Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your mid-monthly reading. I'm truly thankful you have chosen to share this moment with me in our sacred space. Let's wander through your messages revealed by your coffee cup and tarot cards, and let's see what's coming your way. Right away, I see a pathway opening outside, and there's a person waiting for you there. This person wearing like a darker cloth over them, covered. Maybe they're not really revealed to you at this moment. This can be within the 4th week of the month. Seems like this person's outside of your comfort zone. They're not someone that you're familiar with. I also see on the bottom, there's an evil eye. That's also on top of a tall person here. The evil eye might be representing negative energy or maybe envy that somebody else is feeling towards you, which can create a gap in your energy field, which can cause maybe small accidents. Start with that, or being clumsy, feeling tired. And it can get, if it's not handled and detected, it can get a little harsher eventually. But if you can take care of it with even a clear intention, clearing your energy space, being aware of that, and covering up or closing your doors to this person. Closing the doors doesn't mean that closing the house doors, which includes that. Also closing the information this person receiving about your life, okay? Maybe someone on the social media seeing what you're doing, having so much fun and feeling envy towards it, and maybe they don't have access to it, or they have access to the same thing, but they do not really want you to be successful. So in order to close, like I said, close the energy that is going to them, will actually cut off that connection that creates the evil eye. There's a tears of joy coming forward again, and this is the mid-monthly, so we're going to do the 3rd week and the 4th week of the month. And some good news coming from an unexpected source, and it seems like it is going to give you some tears of joy. And then there's a second pathway opening here. Initially, I see a parrot and then a worm. It just shapes like a worm because the mouth is not really like a bird's beak. The parrot can be someone, we can go with the both meanings. This can be person who carries the both energies. So it can be someone very talkative. And also a worm can be deemed as something small creature, but it is a part of the ecosystem. It just feeds the ecosystem. So it can be someone who has a lot of connections, and the connections might be coming through their mouth, their beak, the way that they're speaking, the way they're feeding the people. And they're on the pathway. Maybe you need to go through this kind of a person in order to achieve this small chunk of money that you would like to receive. This can be a salesperson, someone interviewing you, someone for a subject in your hand. This can also be someone who is talkative. That's what they do. They talk, they represent, or maybe they present. There's a penguin also detached from this personality. Penguins, they mate for life. So this can be another project coming onto your plate that is again outside of a comfort zone, but this can be friendship, partnership, a person that is really, you're not familiar with their energy. However, they are loyal to what's in their hand, what they're doing. It can be of the work. Maybe you are employing someone to do certain things for you. They're going to be loyal to the work. Or this can be someone that you're working for them and they're going to be loyal to the contract. And maybe if you're expecting payment, that they're going to actually fulfill that eventually. When I get back inside of the cup, I see a letter V here. This kind of looks like a scared cat, by the way, trying to climb. The V can symbolize a victory, or maybe this is in the first name or the last name of this person. This can be someone that is scared at the moment to maybe take action. They might be paralyzed, and that's why they're just frozen in the air. I see a masculine figure here opening his arms up, and I see a letter M, another creature right there, a seahorse. Seahorse can be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The cat can be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Seems like the man in the middle reaching everywhere, maybe even creating an environment that is scary for others. So this doesn't have to represent something extremely negative, but I feel like here there are other faces right there showing discomfort. This can be in your current situation. Maybe you're dealing with an authority figure, a masculine figure who is reaching their hands to the places that they shouldn't. This can be maybe you're working on a project and that's your thing to take care of, and this person maybe that has nothing to do with it, but their hands are in there. The thing is though, they're going to get some backlash from, I think it's the backlash from this, what they're doing here. And you might be the part of this situation as well. Maybe if you need to speak up and you need to speak to the right people, it's time to start doing that, because you might not be alone in this journey. Because if this is a person that made this a habit, it might even require your last drop to be exposed. I know this is a very specific thing, but this can be also representative of an authority that is in the space of everyone. And maybe the authority has the power at this moment to go into the space of everyone. But this might be also giving you an idea to really find people in your position and come together and become a force with them. Okay? This sounds very specific for certain places, certain on the planet. So if you're in that position, I see here there are legal papers showing up. Initially, the first legal paper showing up looks like a tooth. So you might maybe even initially start with tooth and nail. It's just maybe even a hard process initially. And then it seems like the legal paper clears out. So it can be full support and clarity coming forward if you keep being strong and standing your ground, and maybe even not only being alone and finding people that are in the same position can support your position, okay, together. I see a ring here. There's a goat right there. Goat can be symbolizing a Capricorn. Capricorns tend to be really passionate when it comes to getting things done, and ring can indicate his commitment to his or her commitment to your cause. So this Capricorn can be symbolizing a legal person or an expert or someone who knows what they're doing in your situation, and they're standing right in front of the legal paper or maybe a contract. They're not really looking very happy, so I feel like this person is also discontent with what's happening in your situation. So they can really take this thing, maybe even personally, to turn things around, okay? Another thing I see here within the fourth week, there are phone lines forming. There's a moment of darkness and a lightning struck in that moment of darkness. The moment of darkness doesn't have to be negative things happening. It can be symbolizing nothing is happening for a while. Okay, that you're not really seeing what's going to happen next. But the lightning strikes is something maybe a long overdue tower moment, that something needs to be demolished so it can be built brand new again. So in the darkness, maybe you're feeling that the things are not really going to move forward. The lightning comes and it just actually clears the way. Another thing with the lightning's energy, can, when it strikes, eliminate. And the elimination is information, learning, figuring things out. I see there's a kind of like a bird, maybe even a fish jumping out of that situation. Bird can symbolize good news. Fish can be material satisfaction. Some material aspect of this thing is resolving also. When we get to the third quarter, I see here, not the third quarter, this is not the quarter, sorry. This is actually the end of the month. This is the timeline of Cancer. Cancer, we're going into the Cancer birthday, which is also intuitive guidance, emotional satisfaction, and emotional stability, forming emotional stability. Because Cancer, all signs have their positive sides and negative signs. And if Cancer doesn't align with doesn't align their emotional side, they can actually have this kind of a lot of tantrums, a lot of upsets and emotional imbalance. But if it's in balance, it can actually resolve a lot of situation peacefully. So, but they tend to have this kind of like an emotional, soft side. I feel like you're walking into that kind of a space, but the thing is, yeah, you're not really. I see a cat right here, by the way, a lion as well. Maybe a Leo also helping you along the way. When you walk into that space, it's going to be the Cancer timeline. There are going to be a lot of people in that space. So this might be also suggesting you, Sagittarius, because you are a fire sign. You like to get things done by conversation and passion, and you're not really looking to the emotional sides, what people are feeling. This is a general reading, so you might be also looking at that. This is actually telling you there's going to be a crowd of emotional connections during that time, because the energies of the signs can affect the communication lines. So approaching situations with a little sentimental attitude can help you attain more information, because the people are going to relate. And empathy is important, because then you're going to be able to explain yourself better. When you feel empathy, when you expect the same thing rather than just actually explaining yourself and looking at people that do not have empathy. So it can also be symbolizing choosing an environment for yourself, okay? Choosing the right environment that you're not only passionately, goal-wise connected, but also emotionally connected, okay? This can be your choice at this time. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind, and let's see what the answer is going to be. I see a snake wrapping around your heart. Snake is transformation. Some of you are going through transformation, and your desire coming fast, but there's a pause along the way, which can be something material. Maybe you need to invest something material into this situation. Material doesn't have to be money. It can be a service that you're providing, or something that you are actually materialistically on this planet Earth that you're using, or maybe giving away the things, old things that you have been keeping that doesn't serve you anymore, taking up space, okay? I see the face of a dog right here. It looks like their eyes are in stars. Star is wish fulfillment, but this kind of stars can be also symbolizing an amazement. The dog is in your heart space, so this can be someone loyal to you. You see, as soon as I said the sacrifice, and then the things started coming faster. This can be someone loyal to you in your heart space, and maybe they're amazed with your abilities, and they're supporting your pursuit, like the things that you're pursuing. Or this can be someone that in need of help will be there for you. I see a woman here with a big hat. She has like a chiffon little layer of fabric on their hat. They're holding up a baby. Or maybe a child. This is not a baby, it's a child. There's a second desire also coming forward right there. There's a child. The child has tail. Okay, the tail can be a fish, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a water sign. And maybe this is that you're approaching. This is the person that you're approaching with care, empathy, and love. And the child energy can be a new beginning, a new environment, a new person, or even a representative of a project that you have that you should be approaching and treating like a baby. Okay, and this is what you're holding up here. The women does the feminine energy, your creative, gentle, compassionate, loving side is coming to the surface here. This woman has on her skirt, there's an evil eye as well. So even those parts of you might be attracting some evil eye or negative energy from others, because people might get jealous of that part of you. So still, that's why it's like a darker color on there, symbolizes that you're keeping it even that covered. So they don't have to know what they're doing. Nobody have to know your business. And when the right time comes, you see the cloud representative of like the sun shining, that you are putting things out there. When it's the right time, then you're revealing everything. And this also, there's a masculine figure looking into your business that you turned your back to. You can see their nose right there. That maybe you are not showing what you're doing to them, but when the time comes, you're releasing to everyone. So maybe they cannot really affect the outcome when that time comes. I'm going to dive into your tarot now. If you have a specific question, it's good to focus on that one because we're going to look into the surrounding energy. But if you don't have a specific subject in your mind, we're just going to go ahead and look into the general energy. Okay, let's shuffle it up and see what's coming your way. We have Two of Pentacles. This symbolizes working too much on the material things in your hand and not really saving any time for pleasure. This is overall the surrounding energy, even if this is something spiritual or emotional. Most of the time it represents material things, but maybe you are in an emotional relationship that you're spending all your energy on that other person rather than having fun. And at the end of the day, relationships are, yes, we're dependent on each other, that we're there to support each other, but it needs to have a fun aspect to it. And which Sagittarius, you're a fire sign, and there are parts in relationships, for example, earth signs like to have the sensual things. You like to have an adventure. It's not a rule because it's intended for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But you like to have some fun at the end of the day, and it seems like it is lacking. This can be the work that you're doing. This can be the current relationship that you're in. It seems like it is lacking some fun. Let's see the hidden aspect of it. Okay, Nine of Pentacles represents having fun by yourself. This can be a new environment. Maybe you stepped in and maybe you don't really know anyone in there, or they don't really align with your idea of having fun. Nine of Pentacles is actually, we see this lady in her garden enjoying the fruits of her hard labor. She's having fun by herself. She doesn't have any company because this is the way she actually set everything up so far. So this can be also symbolizing if you are used to living alone or doing things by yourself, maybe you don't like to come together with a teamwork. This can be also symbolizing it's time to just allow people to come in to that space and help you out, the necessary people, helpful people. Okay, this is your pressing assignment to be the emperor. Yes, exactly. Emperor is actually the leader, so you don't have to partner up with the people. You can actually command them what to do. If this is a work environment and there are people that requires direction, that you don't have to actually teach them everything, you can just give them the orders or tell them what to do, so and let them go and figure things out. Then you will have more space for yourself to have fun and enjoy yourself, because somebody else is going to take care of those nitty-gritty little details that maybe are time consuming for you. If this is a relationship, if there are specific attitudes and things that you would like to happen in that relationship, this is your present assignment. You need to dictate that. You need to speak it out loud and demand that, so it can be served to you, can actually be delivered to you. This is the extra clearance we have. The King of Cups, I felt with in the beginning we had a seahorse. Seahorse is representative of a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This can also be someone loving, supportive, self-sacrificing, coming into your life and giving you what you need and supporting you in the cause. This is coming as a guidance to accept the help coming forward. Another thing here is maybe you are also embodying this energy, learning from someone, or even that you have it within you, that you're going to even though you're going to be the emperor, ordering or giving the necessary instructions to the people, you can do it in a loving way. You don't have to just do it in a forceful way, because the emperor is the Aries. Aries is not the leader that actually orders things around, not only orders things around. He actually goes out there and shows people how to take care of these things. So you can be an example first and then let others follow your example here. Okay, that's why the King of Cups is telling you being gentle, and you can do both. You can be gentle and at the same time stand your ground. Okay, so we're gonna get the clarifiers here. I was actually watching a video a moment ago before I turned on this video. This lady and her daughter actually sits right next to each other. They're gonna eat flan. And this child comes with this massive shoe, running shoe, and try to step on her mother's things, and she's joking, supposedly. And it was a pain to watch that video because this goes for like good 3-4 minutes, and the mother is smiling, don't do that, don't do that. Okay, I love gentle parenting, I'm a gentle parent, but sometimes you need to just use those eyebrows, okay? And you cannot keep smiling in every behavior, because that's what I feel here. It's that you can actually be gentle but stern. Like, you can use those eyebrows when it's necessary. You don't have to all the time, but when it's necessary, you can use them. So it kind of reminded me of that. I don't know if this is like clear, if you understand that. If you know, you know. Okay, let's get to the clarifiers. We have Two of Pentacles showing up with a fox. Fox is someone who steals the chicken in real life. I don't know if you guys know about that as well. Someone may be doing shady stuff behind you. So if you're working so hard, you need to actually lift your head up to have fun, first of all. The second of all, maybe you're going to be able to see the fox when you turn around and see what's happening. Okay? The fox can be someone lying, stealing, cheating, doing things behind you. When you pause and reflect for a second, you're going to become aware of the foxy things happening in the background as well. What's you're overlooking? The cross can symbolize something really didn't work out. Okay, and that you will become aware of the things that didn't work out. With a Nine of Pentacles energy, when it's merging, this is going to be some things that you're going to be grateful about at the end of the day. Oh, I'm so glad that deal didn't go through. At first, you might feel a pain and suffering and say, oh, I wanted that to happen. We worked on this project for so long. Or this can be about a relationship or about something. Maybe you're trying to come up with a cake recipe and it didn't really work out. Because you're going to come up with something better. Nine of Pentacles, it proves that. And it is going to give you freedom in your space, okay? This is your pressing assignment. We have the Emperor and do it by the book. Finding the book of rules and follow that. And also, like again, with the, you can embody the Emperor energy while doing that. Like you can actually set up even, I feel like here with the energy, new rules in your space. And additional clarity, we have fish with the, okay. King of Cups can be a Pisces now. This is the second fish showing up here. But the fish most of the time symbolizes wealth, opportunity, success, abundance, plenty of resources showing up for you. So when you keep it by book and even write your new rules and create new structure in your space, you might even get like massive offers, okay? Some other King of Cups might actually show up and love the work that you do and offer you something extra or offer you something better in the situation. This can even be you're also balancing the structure with gentleness and compassion can bring you an extra income, extra door, extra offer. Okay. Now I'm going to dive into your oracle and we're going to look into what you need to know here, what you need to do and what you need to release. This is actually a different type of tarot. It's called Akashic Tarot. It has a different structure, so I'm going to get some help from the guidebook. Let's go and see. This is what you need to know. The scribe. I see knowledge here. There's some things that you can actually research and learn. This is what you need to do. Seven of Roses, the journey. Go on a new journey, maybe even. And what you need to release is One of Roses, commitments. Okay, so this is a good card, but because it's coming in the section what you need to release, and I see all red color here, it's passion. Maybe there's a project that you said signed on that is actually, or a situation or a relationship that is not really serving you anymore. This is coming in the section. It kind of looks like a romantic as well with the roses or a heart matter that maybe it's time to release yourself from that burden, if it became a burden now. The scribe is, we see here, a leader, as someone, a teacher, and these people are researching, doing research here. This indicates a great upsweep in mind and study for you. If there's any subject which you would like to acquaint or re-acquaint, I don't know if I pronounce it right, yourself, do so. It's not just for the sake of study, although that's always a good thing. This period of higher mind and higher learning is nothing less than a change in your life. Just as the Wright brothers began by studying the flight patterns of birds, you can rise up on the wings of discovery now. And if you're involved in any legal matters, there's a person who can help you with this. And I felt the energy in your cup as well. Let your great vision guide you to him or her. This could also be a time when you might find yourself writing proposals, grants, essays, blogs, articles, or books. Notice what compels you and be sure to answer the call. This is about what you need to know, okay? If you're in a position that you need information, you need help, there's someone out there. Like if you're feeling desperate, there's something out there, okay? It sounds like it falls into what you need to do, but it's about knowing. It's out there. That gives you the confidence. When you're confident in something, it actually falls in your lap easier. I'm going to go with the example of making it a perfect cake, okay? If you know the formula, you do not worry if it's going to actually rise the right way, if it's going to be moist. You do not worry about that. You know it, and every time you mix the batter, you know it's going to be perfect, and just always, most of the time, it comes perfect, okay? So we have the Seven of Roses. This is what you need to do. Okay, this shows it's a time for a journey, a move, or a relocation. You may be taking your work or creative endeavors in a whole new direction. Whether figuratively to a new industry or literally to a new city. However, this journey occurs, it is sure to take you to new places and greater opportunities. I feel like this is also mentally journeying from one mindset to another. Although it may require leaving something safe behind, this is not the time for staying safe in the harbor. It's time for finding and exploring new worlds. So get packed. Like I said, maybe this is like in a relationship or a friendship that is not really serving you anymore. It can be also indicative of walking away from that. With the commitment, this is what you need to release. Some kind of separation or breaking a contract may be at hand. It could be a total severing of ties, or it could be less intense, such as a temporary separation or layoff. This can also indicate an investment that fails or a home purchase or sale that falls through. I feel like here I sense the same energy right there. There is something, the foxy, fishy, that doesn't really serve you anymore. That is actually maybe taking more than it brings to you. With the cross, that's coming to an end, but it is going to put you in a very strong and powerful position, because Nine of Pentacles is extremely powerful energy. It is actually you enjoying that freedom after this contract falls through, okay? Sometimes this energy indicates a physical separation. You may have to travel, there you go, or relocate for business or personal reasons. So this is about letting go of the attachment to the past, letting go of the attachment to the things that are not really serving you anymore. Try not to lose sight of the greatest partnerships of all, your connection to the eternal, powerful, and valuable self. That is your soul. Your spirit is longing for you to commit. So commit to yourself. Nine of Pentacles have that energy, self-commitment. We're going to get to your second oracle now. We have an angel and a crystal for you. Let's see what your angel wants you to know. I also see now on your saucer, there's a woman. I see her face. She's wearing this gown with a square neck, and she has her sword. She's pulling up her swords. This kind of looks like an umbrella as well. Umbrella can be symbolizing a protective shield in the rain that indicates that you'll be protecting yourself. Or sword can be your words that is symbolizing that your self-expression is protecting you. I have the red tiger's eye as your crystal, which is beautiful, powerful energy. Do you need some motivation? Do you find your mind wandering when you're trying to stay focused? If so, you need to find your passion and begin experiencing the rewards that come with living it. Do what you love. Prosperity is yours, but you must take action. Okay, I don't feel like the action is a hard part for you, Sagittarius. Your fire can actually lead you towards the right direction. We have Archangel Ariel coming forward, and he has some affirmations for you. And Archangel Ariel brings messages of general health and vitality, which is awesome. I'm passionately persistent. I have the courage and self-confidence to create my world. It is easy for me to take action and move forward in life with joy and enthusiasm. You can, whenever you're feeling stuck or maybe the things are not really going your way, this can be a great affirmation to repeat, which will give you the right inspiration to what to do next. I'm going to pull a final affirmation. This is going to be your super attractor that can help you to attract your desires faster. Let's see. A beautiful bird, red bird right here. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately toward the highest good. I love that. All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me. If this reading touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tap the bell so we can keep walking this journey together. Your energy means the world here, and until next time, take care of your beautiful soul. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.